Okay.
Yeah, hang on. He'll be here shortly.
Okay. We have a failure to communicate, and it cost me a Uber ride up here just because he says, well, he ain't going to listen to that. He says that my impound was justified because I was arrested. Let me quote your sheriff's letter. We are forwarding you the enclosed detention certificate because you did not have an accusatory pleading filed against you by the district attorney's office. Any reference to this action as an arrest will be deleted from your arrest record of the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the Bureau of Criminal Identification and Investigation Department of Justice. Thereafter, any such record of action will refer to it as a detention. So y'all reaching back in time saying I was never arrested for good reason. I didn't do shit.
But the thing is that your car was impounded. Let's see.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have done that. They had no reason and no probable cause to arrest me. I was never accused of anything. And now I see here, under the authority and purpose for removal of vehicle, a number, I don't think it's a penal code, I don't know what the number is, but 22651 parentheses H. Driver arrested. Well, if driver was arrested and we're going back in time here and any reference to the action as arrest will be deleted from your arrest record, I was never arrested. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so and I already called the storage place. They said this has happened, like it can happen like this, so you all need to there's something in your computer. You can authorize them to release the vehicle and they give me the vehicle. And we're talking $1,300 here.
How much?
$1,300.
13.
Yeah, and I'm a homeless, disabled person living in your community. Oh, and I was the reason this all happened, I went to the police station to report a crime. A cop's brother, my stalker, the repeat offender child molester known as Richard Crown, Evidence Law pedophile, and his crew of people were harassing me. And I went to report the cop's relative and his criminal behavior, and they pulled some bullshit so they didn't have to deal with that. Okay, so I never did anything wrong. And to take $1,300 of me, plus the bail I had to pay in jail, even with this, plus suffering in jail, it's just too much. Now, you all made a mistake, nepotism, and you need to correct your mistake. Click the little box in the computer, which will authorize the storage or to release the bike. And I also noted, I looked on the maps, the storage place happens to be right there. So,
which storage is it?
It's right there. Like it's, my eyes are real bad. I don't have my glasses. They're on the bike. It's right over there.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Oh, and of course, all this time I get out of jail, and when they took me to jail, they're playing. You know what 52 pickup is?
5250.
52 pickup.
Oh, pickup. No.
When you're playing cards and you trick someone into playing 5250 and you throw the cards everywhere. That's what they did to my wallet. They're like.
Gotcha.
And then they said, okay, well, your wallet's a mess. We're not taking that to your property. And they released me with just my belt and the ID card. They took all my wallet, all my bank cards, all my ID, food stamps, all that shit. Well, not my California ID, but all other bank card, crypto card, prepaid debit card, all that shit, and left me with nothing for a couple of days. And then I had to, and now I'm racking up. There's another $112 charge at the storage because I had to take care of that first because I needed my papers, like my license.
Why did they arrest you in the first place?
Well, they originally tried to say I was driving without a license because they'd never seen me drive before, and I pulled up to the police station with a license. And then they didn't question me first. They put me in the back of the car in cuffs. They got a trailer, a tow truck, impounded the vehicle, then came to me, Mirandized me, and told me, why are you driving without a license? Like, I got one. It's right there in my wallet. They could bring me the laptop and say, hey, look, it says right here you don't have a license. I have a feeling what it is I have a permit, and they were too stupid to know the difference with a motorcycle between a permit and a license. I'm not sure on that, maybe. But they said you don't have a license, and I'm right there in my wallet. So we're like, oh, shit. We got to come up with a reason why we just impounded his bike. Let's arrest him for possession of prescription medication. Motorcycle, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So let's arrest him for prescription medication. But it's my prescription medication, and the doctor that prescribes that is the doctor for my government program. I'm in telecare. I see the doctor like I'm a business scientist of the government. These are mine. And they weren't recreational shit. We're talking trazodone and boost bar, sleep and anxiety. Okay? Mm-hmm. So the DA refuses to pick up the case. And then I was held in jail on probation violation for police contact as a victim going to report a crime. I'm going to win that one too. Had to bail out. Another $1,000 right there.
Yeah.
Spent 2 weeks in hell because they put me in suicide watch when I got to jail because I told the medical staff I can't discuss my prescription medication because it relates to my case. So they put me in suicide watch. And that's just basic 101. Any lawyer will tell you, keep your mouth shut about your case till I talk to you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say, well, the trazodone boost bar I'm accused of possessing. Well, I'm prescribed that and take it all the time. I wanted to talk to the lawyer first. And even the lawyer, public defender, had to put me on hold, get up, go talk to her boss, and come back and talk to me before she could answer the question, can I discuss these medications with the psych staff? And then clear me to do so. So after 2 weeks, I finally get through to someone to bail me out. I owe them $1,000, and I owe $1,300 up here to the impound place.
Yeah.
And it crippled, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've done nothing wrong. I'm a victim of a crime. I went to report it. Simple as that. It's just that the perp is a relative of a cop, and they're under thin blue line protection. Y'all need to get your boy to stop harassing me. Get your family to stop harassing me. That's all there is to it. All I want to do, it's been 7 years of hell. This dude and his crew need to leave me alone. That's all there is to it. And now this dude's saying here on the phone, he said he wanted me to listen to this. I was trying to read in this paper, but he said, I'm not even going to listen to that. You were arrested, and that's all there is to it. No, I wasn't. And for good reason. The DA chose not to pick up these cases advisedly. No. All you got to do is click a button, and I get my ride back. And I'm here, a poor man, a vulnerable member of the community that really needs the help right now, and y'all won't click a button. Scandalous. I need this money.
Do you have a public defender?
I do. Anita Ford. I talked to her. She said there's nothing she could do in this case.
She couldn't help you in this?
Right. But we don't trust each other, and I pulled a Marston hearing and tried to get her fired, so we're really at each other's throats. I'm not sure if she's bullshitting me. She also lied to me. I gave her my parents' phone number and had her call my parents, and she said they weren't willing to help. But then after I get out of suicide watch after a few weeks, after she clears me to talk about it and I get out of suicide watch, I write a letter, and guess what? Here I am. So she's disingenuous at minimum, and she said she couldn't help. Whether or not that's because she don't feel like it or because she can't, I don't know. But this seems fairly clear-cut. Authority and purpose for removal of vehicle. Driver arrested. Any references to the action as an arrest will be deleted from your arrest record.
Okay, that's the part I would present, and I would go slow with it and see what his response is.
That's why I'm here.
Take a deep breath and just go slow with them, okay? And stay, it seems to me, that's the issue.
And other than that, you see, if they hadn't impounded the vehicle, where would my motorcycle have stayed? In front of the police station, about the safest place they could leave it for my detention.
But they're not going to do that. They're not.
Why not? I'm a member of the community.
No, they're not going to take.
It's a public building.
Liability.
I got insurance.
No,
I got full coverage.
They don't. They don't want the liability.
I'd be better if we could get this straightened out, man.
Stay with the one.
Absolutely.
And go
all right,
slow,
let's stick to business here.
Let me get the spacer, if you don't mind.
Sure,
Thank
you absolutely can have it.
What do you got there, bud?
Okay, well, first, just read the letter I got from you guys.
Attention certificate. Close attention because you're not an accusatory pleading filed against you by the district attorney's office. That's correct.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to wait a minute? Does that take 30 seconds to come on? If you want to wait 30 seconds?
No, it's actually recording a minute before you activate it, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. You look thin. Any reference to this section? Thin, yeah. Anybody ever told you that?
No, I'm an obese guy.
You look thinner from the last time I saw you.
Oh, well, my weight's been an issue. I have a broken shoulder. It's been I like to work out, though, when my back's not out and stuff.
Any reference to this section as an arrest will be deleted from your arrest record as considered by your recommendation. Therefore, any such record is in detention. Sincere, Jerry Dahl. Got it.
Okay. And this right here.
This is July 28th.
Yeah, and this right here says the authority for removal of the vehicle is because driver arrested. And all one.
This notice. 30 days, right? Okay.
And I made it under that deadline. Barely.
This is for the lien, though. Are hereby advised that post hearings read writing.
And they told me there was something you could click in the computer to do it, to authorize its release, and they'll do it right away.
Who told you this?
Huh?
Who told you this?
Them, I called the company, and I also noted it's right over here. Like,
Okay, I don't have anything to do with the release because you're not it's not impounded. It's just stored. Okay? Anytime you're arrested or separate from the bike.
they said that there was something you could do. They said that there was an option to release it.
Right, you're able to walk down there and take it in your possession at any time right now. I didn't have to do anything. It wasn't impounded. When it's impounded, it's mandatory 30 days. Okay, that wasn't the case. It was never impounded. It was just stored.
Okay, but I believe you guys are still on the hook for the storage fees.
No. And I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm curious because the
So-
right here it says authority and purpose for removal of vehicle, driver arrested. No one.
Right.
Like it's very because
Right,
if I'd have preferred it stayed right where it was, fully insured in front of the police station
Right.
while I'm indisposed.
Right.
You know, here's what really happened, by the way, just so you know. My stalker, as a relative of the police, and I was there to report him for violating me. So nepotism.
Why don't you just give us a call? We could have met you
Because
somewhere. in
I've been
public.
trying 7 years to deal with this, and you all lie about what you say and goes on. So I have to record
Okay.
what is going on to make sure there's evidence. Because y'all are still saying, I've got recent 2022 footage at Wake Forest Sheriff saying, you show us one time we've ever reported this before, or told these people to leave you alone.
Okay.
I've served prison time for it. I've been 51, 50, 60 times, 52, 55 times. I've been to multiple writs of habeas corpus where the judge ruled in my favor. It's a nightmare beyond your wildest imagination.
I can only imagine.
Oh, and one more thing.
Sure.
He's saying I don't have a license and I can't drive the bike.
Yeah, let me see that.
Yeah. Oh, you. I said I just referred to you in the third person. Sorry. And my papers are legit.
Okay.
You sure didn't get the year wrong. It says it expires January 5th, 2023.
Okay. Hold
That
on.
could be a simple, you got the year wrong.
2/28/22. Valid for any motorcycle. Motorized vehicle. It's a M1 endorsement. Class M right there. It's not practice. Qualified instructor.
I made sure all my papers were
Have you
legit. My
taken-
insurance, I paid for a whole year. I did everything. Taxes are paid. Physical titles on me. I did everything in my power to make sure my papers were legit.
And hold on.
The police tried this too, and then they backed off and switched to possession of prescription medication for the medication I was supposed to have, and the DA refused to pick up that case too. So reality is, I did nothing. Like absolutely nothing. I'm just a victim of a crime, went to the police station to report.
Buddy, you have not completed this assignment.
What's that?
You have not completed this. You have most of it. You haven't completed it.
That's for the full license. I have
Yes.
a permit. The permit allows me to drive. There's some restrictions. I can't drive at night. I can't drive on the freeway, and I cannot ride with a passenger. But I can operate on regular public roads. And then you know what? To complete the procedure, you know what you got to do? You got to take a motorcycle safety training course. And you know what I did? Oops, wrong one. Hasn't even been opened, but I know what's inside here. This is my certificate of completion for the motorcycle training course. But this is to get my full license. The permit authorizes me to drive under the correct conditions.
Right.
When it's daytime, I'm authorized. This is that course. Cost $250 to get up at the crack of dawn on Sunday, go take a class and do tests and drills with an instructor, all that. Did it, passed with flying colors, here we go. My papers are in order, sir. But this was Sunday, and I believe it was like Tuesday. It was I hadn't had time to get to the DMV to upgrade to my
So
full
you
license.
were going to go to the DMV and complete
But
it.
that doesn't make a difference. My permit is valid. As long as I'm driving within the conditions of a permit. Can't have a passenger, can't do freeway, can't drive at night. I'm good on all that. It was, I think 11 a.m. when I showed up at the police station in broad daylight. And
Here's the thing about a motorcycle permit, right? It's only for practices purposes only.
that's not correct. I checked with the DMV. I have the right to operate like a regular, as long as I'm obeying the restrictions.
No.
And I cannot ride with a passenger. I don't have to. It's not like a driver's permit where you have to have a driver with you. It's the opposite. You cannot have a passenger with you. I am legit.
Okay. So this says receipt, not a license or permit, not a verified identification. Okay.
That means
This
that
says-
paper doesn't count as photo ID.
This says permit driving only, right? Permits driving only, right? And on here says, valid for any motorcycle or motorized vehicle or bicycle ride. You must not practice during darkness or in freeways.
Yeah, you must not practice during darkness or in freeways.
So
I wasn't doing that. I was at the sheriff's department.
What is it you're doing on the street?
Practicing.
You cannot practice. See what I'm saying?
What?
You're practicing. You're not supposed to have this and operate a motorcycle.
You're incorrect. There's only certain restrictions.
Right.
Nighttime, freeway,
Right.
passengers. That's it.
Right.
I was within those parameters. There's no accusation that I was not.
This is a permit to practice, Colton. Not operate, practice. If you're on the road, you're no longer practicing. If you go to an empty stadium or whatever, you're practicing.
Oh, so you're saying I can't drive on the public road with that?
Yes.
That's
what I'm trying to
incorrect.
say.
That
Okay.
is wrong. You are factually incorrect.
Right.
As long as it's not a limited access highway, I can operate on the public roads. I went over this in detail with the DMV because I carefully reviewed this process.
Right.
And you were mistaken. I am allowed to drive on public roads within those parameters.
Did you get what I just gave you?
Keep all this in order.
This is what I see.
Okay. Original issue date 4/29/10. Application pending. Yes, it's pending status until I complete this thing, which I've done now, to get the full license.
So
But
now you
in
can
the
go
lieu-
down there. Now you can go down there and get your full license.
Correct.
Boom, right now.
Right.
In the
But the
meantime,
permit allows me to drive on public roads. You're mistaken.
it does not.
Yes, it does.
Okay, fine. You're going to go to DMV. You're going to square that away.
No, I need to go get the motorcycle first. But you all need to click the box
Not
and
gonna
release
happen.
it. That's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
You're not going to do that. You're
No.
going to rob a poor innocent man of $1,300.
You were not arrested, and this will never show on your record, which is why I can't find that particular report on the DA's office website anywhere. You're absolutely right. On
Right,
that.
they reached back in time and erased it from
right. But the reason why you were arrested is because of that right there.
Colton's probation officer, R. Castro. That's not my probation. I advised him of the situation. Officer Castro placed a probation hold on Colton. That's not my probation officer. And it was for police contact as the victim reporting. I'm going to beat this in court. There's no question. And there's a lie on this report too. Colton stated he had a prescription and said he did not have in possession. I got pictures of my script, and I know that because the pictures I have of the scripts are from my communication with my probation officer, where I photograph my medication and communicate with them. Of course, I always have that with me. It's just a lie. I didn't say that, and hopefully all the mics were on to pick that up. I did not admit I didn't have the prescription. I would have said clearly I did, and just simply access my email correspondence with my probation officer.
Nevertheless, the probation officer put a hold on you, which is why you were taken into custody.
Castro was not my probation officer.
Okay.
Okay. This is all a nightmare, but you're lying about my ability to operate the vehicle. My papers are legit. I have the right to operate in a public street. We can call the DMV and
You can
confirm
probably
that.
get your
Why
license.
don't you call the DMV right there? Let's
Why don't you call in DMV?
because I have to convince you, not me. I've already done my job. It's time for you to learn how to do yours.
Okay.
Right up at the envelope here. Under it. Okay, so let's call the DMV.
I'm not going to do it here.
Why not?
You're going to
It's a
do it.
work-related matter.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, you know what? I got two phones just for this reason. Just a moment, and I will get the. I will do that. I will just give me just a moment. Shit, can you get through to the DMV easily though? It's hard as fuck to get one of them on the phone.
Go online. Probably be easier.
Well, I need to speak out loud so we can all hear what they're saying and tell you
Well, I'm
you're
not going to be
wrong.
here for that. Anything else?
Well, no, you need to hear that I'm allowed. I'm going to get the
I don't need to hear
motorcycle.
anything. That's a matter between you and the DMV, not me.
Well, me and DMV are square. You're all the
No.
ones with the problem.
You and I were talking about taking your motorcycle out of
Right,
storage,
you're telling
right?
me I have to go do something to DMV before I do that. I'm
No,
saying, no, I don't.
I'm
The papers
telling
are
you.
right
I'm
here.
telling you. You can go down there with a licensed motorcycle driver, and you can take it out of storage right now if you
You're
want.
wrong about licensed motorcycle driver. It's the opposite. I cannot ride with a passenger. I cannot bring another rider with me. You've got it confused. You're making a confusion between driver permit, motorcycle permit. It's the opposite.
I'm not talking about operating a motorcycle. I'm telling you that you can go down to the storage feed or storage place with a valid driver's license, rider, and take the
I'm
motorcycle.
a licensed rider.
Okay, sure. Even though this is expired.
No, it's not expired. Expires in 2023. I believe you have the year wrong. Someone said January 5th,
But you're-
2022.
you're-
It's listed January 5th, 2023.
Okay. Anything else?
Such a hell. Oh, why is this off? Oh, no, it's not. It's not. The screen went dark to...
Oh,
Cool.
same battery.
Yes, that's actually a wonderful feature, and that keeps you from screen touches, so it did work. 2021 recording. Well, dude, you understand that I'm probably going to try to do legal action in the future. It may cost your department a lot more money not to just correct your mistake right now. You're harming a vulnerable individual of the community.
I understand.
You don't care.
Well, there's only so much I can do.
Okay, and you're making the specific claim that my motorcycle permit does not allow me to operate on California's regular
Your
roads.
license is expired. That's a record from the DMV.
No, it's